Have you ever wondered why we do what we do every single day, almost on autopilot? What if I told you your habits control your life more than you think? Welcome to the summary of The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, a book that can change the way you live, work, and think. In this video, we'll break down the science behind habits, how they're formed, and how you can break the bad ones and build powerful, life-changing routines. Part 1. The Habit Loop. Charles Duhigg explains that every habit in your life, whether brushing your teeth, checking your phone, or eating snacks late at night, follows a specific pattern called a habit loop. This loop has 3 simple steps. 1. Cue. This is a trigger that tells your brain to go into automatic mode. It could be anything: a time of day, an emotional state, a location, or even another person. For example, you're feeling bored or stressed, or maybe you just walked into your kitchen. 2. Routine. This is a behavior or action that follows a cue. It's what we usually think of as a habit itself. In our example, you open a fridge and grab a snack or junk food. 3. Reward. This is what your brain gets in return. Maybe it's the sweet taste, the feeling of comfort, or the temporary escape from stress. That reward tells your brain, hey, this felt good. Let's do it again tomorrow. Over time, your brain begins to crave the reward, and it starts responding to the cue almost automatically. That's how habits are built, through repetition of the loop. Here's the kicker. Your brain doesn't care if the habit is good or bad. It just wants the reward. That's why bad habits are so hard to break. So how do you change a habit? The secret is this. You don't have to eliminate the cue. You don't have to remove the reward. Instead, you simply change a routine in the middle. For example, if you snack every time you're stressed, try taking a short walk, listening to music, or calling a friend instead. You're still responding to the cue and chasing the same reward, relaxation. But you're building a new routine that's healthier. With repetition, your brain starts to associate the new routine with the old cue and reward. And just like that, you created a new habit. Part 2. Habits and organizations. Now, let's talk about how habits run organizations. Yes, even companies use the power of habit to grow, influence, and dominate the market. Take Starbucks, for example. Their secret to great customer service isn't just hiring friendly people. It's about building strong habits in their employees. They train staff to follow specific routines when dealing with rude or angry customers. Instead of reacting emotionally, employees are taught to pause, take a deep breath, and follow a calm script. It becomes automatic. Over time, this turns customer service into a consistent and reliable experience, all because of carefully designed workplace habits. Now let's look at Febreze. It almost failed when it was first released. Why? Because the company marketed it only as an odor remover. Turns out, just removing bad smells wasn't enough motivation for people to use it. So what did they change? They introduced a new habit loop. After cleaning a room, cue. People would spray Febreze, routine, and that final spritz gave them a feeling of freshness and accomplishment, reward. That emotional reward. That little boost of this place feels great. Made the habit stick. Sales exploded. Organizations thrive when they build good habits, not just in their employees, but in their customers too. Great companies don't just sell products. They design experiences that become part of people's everyday routines. Part 3. The Power of Social Habits. Habits don't just shape our personal lives. They shape entire communities and movements. Charles Duhigg explains that social habits are what fuel massive change in society. And he breaks this down using a powerful example: the civil rights movement in America. So how does this work? Did you know your social habits follow a secret pattern? Let me break it down real quick. And trust me, this might just change the way you see your daily life. Step 1. Strong ties. These are your ride or die people. Close friends, family, the ones you talk to every day. Their habits? They rub off on you big time. Step 2. Weak ties. Now, think co-workers, neighbors, classmates, people you sort of know. Even though you're not super close, their choices silently influence yours. Step 3. Peer pressure and identity. In The Power of Habit, there's a powerful idea. When the people around you, especially the ones you relate to, start doing something consistently, you're way more likely to follow. Not because you're being forced, but because it starts to feel like part of who you are. It's not just about what they do, it's about who you become when you're with them. Habits spread through identity and belonging, like invisible waves, shaping your daily life. So, if you want to change your habits, take a good look at your circle. Are they living the habits you want, or the ones you're trying to escape? Example, Rosa Parks' story. Many people think Rosa Parks was the first to refuse giving up her seat, but she wasn't. Others had done it before her. But what made her act different was her network. She had strong ties in her community. She was well respected, involved in church groups, social clubs, and had deep personal connections. When she was arrested, her close friends and extended network immediately supported her. Then, through weak ties, acquaintances, and others who didn't know her personally, the story spread like wildfire. And finally, as more and more people joined the bus boycott, it became a habit, showing up, standing up, and staying strong until change finally came. Brain the takeaway? Movements don't happen overnight. They happen when people turn belief into action and then repeat that action together until it becomes second nature. Social habits can spark revolutions, whether it's a protest, a trend, or a new way of thinking. Change begins when individuals unite, influence each other, and commit to a shared identity. Part 4. Keystone Habits. Now, let's talk about something super important. Keystone habits. Not all habits are created equal. Some habits, just a few, have the power to create a domino effect across your entire life. These are called keystone habits. When you change one keystone habit, it starts a chain reaction that affects many other behaviors, often without you even realizing it. For example, let's say you start going to gym every morning. At first, it's just exercise, but soon you're sleeping better. You start eating healthier, managing your time more wisely, feeling more confident, and even performing better at work. And here's the crazy part. You didn't try to fix those other areas. They just start improving naturally. That's the power of a keystone habit. It becomes a foundation for positive change everywhere. Duhigg found that even simple habits like making your bed each morning can lead to better budgeting skills, stronger discipline, and greater overall happiness. Why? Because it gives you a sense of control and accomplishment first thing in the day. So if you're wondering where to start with one powerful keystone habit and let the ripple effect begin. How to change a habit. All right, now that you know how habits work and which ones matter most, let's talk about how to actually change a habit. Charles Duhigg gives us a simple 3-step formula. 1. Identify the cue. What triggers the habit? Is it a certain time, emotion, place, or person? For example, do you eat snacks when you're bored or stressed? 2. Replace the routine. Instead of trying to eliminate the habit completely, swap the action. Keep the cue and reward the same, but change the middle. Instead of grabbing chips when you're stressed, try going for a short walk or listening to music. 3. Keep the reward the same. Your brain craves that reward, whether it's pleasure, relief, or relaxation. Find a healthy routine that gives you the same satisfying feeling. But here's the secret ingredient. You must believe that change is possible. Belief gives your brain the strength to stick with it, especially when things get tough. Many successful people rely on support systems, like friends, accountability groups, or even faith, to maintain belief during the habit-changing process. So remember, every habit can be changed. All it takes is awareness, action, and belief. The power of habit teaches us one simple truth. We are not the victims of our habits. We are the architects of them. Think about it. Every small choice you make, waking up on time, reading 10 pages, eating healthy, choosing to stay calm. These little actions, repeated over time, become part of who you are. Once you understand a habit loop, cue, routine, reward, you hold the key to transformation. You no longer have to stay stuck in the same old cycle. You can choose new patterns. You can train your brain. You can design your future one habit at a time. Whether it's personal growth, productivity, leadership, or building a movement, habits are the invisible foundation that hold everything together. And the best part? You don't have to change everything at once. Start with just one Keystone habit exercise, journaling, or even making your bed. That small change will ripple through your life in ways you can't even imagine right now. So here's your challenge. Look at your daily routines. Pick one habit you want to change and take the first step today. If this video helped shift your mindset, go ahead and subscribe and tap that bell icon so you never miss a motivational boost like this. Drop a comment below and let me know, what habit are you going to change starting today? Thank you for watching till the end. You're already ahead of most people just by being here. And remember, small habits, repeated daily, lead to massive transformation. Until next time, stay safe. See you soon. Bye.